Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Okay, I'll just be a voice in the chat.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Do you go on?
Okay, switch time. Now Sam's gonna voice to the chat.
Okay.
Anyways, subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 I subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 I subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Wait, hold up. Who the heck is PewDiePie?
Okay, go.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. I subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Crap. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Why do I do this? Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Can I go on?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we've been switching a lot. We've been switching who's on screen. Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Do you want to go on?
Yes. Okay. Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Subscribe to PewDiePie.
No, say it right. We're going to say it right.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Subscribe PewDiePie. Subscribe to 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 PewDiePie.
Say it right.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Look what I'm doing.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
No one's been watching.
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Say it right, or I'll end the stream.
It right. Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 You want to do it?
Yep.
Okay. Be gone.
Subscribe to PewDiePie, 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 subscribe to PewDiePie. What did you just write in the chat? Subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie. What the frick is that even? What the frick is that even supposed to mean?
No, I'm not.
Subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie, just subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie, 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 subscribe to PewDiePie,
Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 I subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. You wanna go?
No.
Subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie!
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to Pewd.
Subscribe to PewDiePie, 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 subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to
Subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to
I didn't realize there was nobody watching, so we're just talking to no one.
PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie. This has been on for 8 minutes. Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Subscribe to Pewd. Pewd is the best YouTube channel ever. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to
Okay,
PewDiePie.
you wanna go on?
Okay. Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 That's enough.
No, not yet.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Okay, let's do it until 10 minutes. Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 I subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Subscribe to PewDiePie.
No.
What?
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Nobody's gonna hear that.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. No, I just want to listen to it. You keep
Subscribe to
saying it.
PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
It's a big day.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Subscribe to
I just want
PewDiePie.
to tell you.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe. It's a celebration. Party all day. I know you've been waiting.
Okay, can I
Hey,
put on that friend song?
congratulations. It's a celebration. I just want to tell you that.
Hey, Wolfgang, do you know if you can
Subscribe to
actually
PewDiePie,
make?
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to
Okay.
PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Do you know if you could make? Do you know if you could make it so PewDiePie, so like it shows a link to PewDiePie's channel?
Yes, but that would mean we'd have to edit the description. Speaking of that, we gotta end the video now because we gotta edit the description. Let's figure something out. Actually, let me try to figure something out.
Okay.
And I have an idea.
Subscribe to PewDiePie, 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 subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to PewDiePie, 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 subscribe to PewDiePie. That's it off. I'm done.
No.
You want to go? Yeah, please. I'm freaking done.
Subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe. No.
Oh, no, totally. What did you say with a Nerf gun?
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe. No, okay, just put it down. Subscribe to PewDiePie.
You gotta keep saying it.
Subscribe to PewDiePie, 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 subscribe to PewDiePie,
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
subscribe to PewDiePie,
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Because no, he did
subscribe to PewDiePie,
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
subscribe to PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie,
You
subscribe
are
to PewDiePie,
online.
subscribe to
I
PewDiePie,
won't any more secrets.
subscribe to PewDiePie.
See your
Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 Subscribe to PewDiePie.
No,
Subscribe to PewDiePie. 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 And I say that's enough.
No.
I do. All right. Bye.